We may be in a sluggish economy, but one niche of the snack food industry is doing pretty well, the pork rind business. Frito-Lay, the $13 billion a year snack arm of giant PepsiCo, sold 48.7 million bags of its baconette pork rinds in the period ending May 15th of this year. That's up 11% over last year. Pretty good in a stinky economy. That doesn't surprise America's two big makers of the puffy, crunchy snacks with a bacony flavor. Rudolph Foods of Lima, Ohio, and Evans Food Group of Chicago both rack up about $100 million a year in sales in a category that some industry insiders say could climb globally to retail sales of about $500 million a year by 2013. If you think that's a lot of pigskins, you're right. Evans and Rudolph buy and process about 100 million pounds of raw pork skins annually each. So what's driving these sales? Well, history, diet, demographics are the biggest factors. Rinds were about a $200 million a year business in 1988 when George Herbert Walker Bush declared he loved to snack on pork rinds. Sales zoomed out of sight overnight. Then, in the early 2000s, the Atkins low-carb diet phenomenon gave rinds, which, by the way, have 9 times the protein of potato chips and 0 carbohydrates, another mainstream push. They got a sales jump that one Rudolph official describes as, quote, an order of magnitude. Meanwhile, Hispanics, a core constituency that already consumed by volume more rinds than any other ethnic group, are expected to be the majority population in the U.S. by 2050. All this bodes pretty well for pork rind sales. That's not bad for a product with a humble origin. Business is so good in the U.S., Mexico, and Central America that both Evans and Rudolph remain locked in a healthy and mostly friendly rivalry for expanding market share. In fact, both companies lay claim to the honor of being the biggest pork rind makers in the world. To sort out who really is the pork rind king, you'll have to read the accompanying story.